final corner and in full drift mode. Just trying to make sure that there is temperature in his tyres and especially in his brakes ready for the start. Again, look at the pit lane. There's the WEC pit walk and autograph session going on. Absolutely rammed. That is as busy a pit lane as you will see anywhere outside of the Mall this season. Car arrives, green flag will wave at the back of the grid to signal to the race director that the grid is in place. We are ready to go. 27 minutes plus a lap, 5 lights are on, and we are racing. Good start from Keegan Masters, dropped the clutch and got good traction there. Rob de Haan from second trying to shut down Lucas Groeneveld on the inside line. De Haan goes a long way around the outside of Masters. There is no run-off area there now. He must stay inside. Lights are on. Keegan Masters leads them down the hill. It is side by side for Rob de Haan. No, Keegan Masters is not. It is Rob de Haan who's got the lead. Keegan Masters and Lucas Groeneveld side by side as they sweep into Eau Rouge, into the compression and start to fly up over the brow at Radio. A few cars going out wide. And the 9 car there in the middle of Raccoon was involved in a turn 1 incident with Ariel Levy yesterday. In the first corner, Keegan Masters on the inside of Lucas Groeneveld. Groeneveld's going to run out to red on the outside. He's not the only one. Raccoon does too. It picks up a place that he is going to have to give back. There will be a lot of renegotiation in this opening lap of positions that you should not have taken. Whether he gives it back or not remains to be seen. Glenn Van Perijs from 5th on the grid up to 4th. That is the silver and red car. He's looking to make this a double winning race weekend, but Rob de Haan has got away. Robert de Haan, the race leader, the car lengths ahead of the battle for second. Lucas Groeneveld is second. Glenn Van Perijs coming alongside Keegan Masters now for third. He'll be on the inside into Pouan. Masters can't hang on there. There is runoff area, but not much of it. And it is much wetter than the rest of the track as well. Masters up on the curb. Behind him, 77 in 5th place. Paul Meyer runs up over the curbs ahead of Benjamin Pack. Meyer ran very wide indeed. Rally crosses across the gravel track through the grass. That's going to cost him. So Paul Meyer will come on, filth all over his tyres, depositing some on the track. Drops behind. That's down to the bottom of the top 10. Didier Dourier, car number 7, went by him. He's the blowout leader. So watch Meyer drop down the order on the timing screen on the left-hand side if he can pull your eyes away from this. The red car, 777. And Sandy Younger. Sure, teenager right behind him. Taken by the Morris was on the podium in Carrera Cup Deutschland about half an hour ago. Flint Schuring, a real youngster of the Fayette family. I don't know if he's an assassin, but he certainly is the baby-faced one in this pack. He goes outside, Sandy Younger, and comes back inside. Oh, and there's a car in the middle of the road, facing the wrong way. Disaster nearly there. That's Benjamin Pack. Yesterday's Pro-Am winner is also facing the wrong way. Very close indeed. And there's Rick Kerr in the black car and the red and white car, white yellow behind. Dick Skelton. So this is the battle for 5th place as the lead quartet break away. Number 9 in 5th, the white car with the multicoloured livery. That's Rick Kerr and Sandy Younger, the red car right behind. 777. Dick Skelton under pressure from Ariel Levy. Ariel Levy has at least completed 1 lap in this race. He didn't get to Eau Rouge in race 1 yesterday, so the driver from Israel up the inside into Les Combes under braking. Michael Stanley goes by Paul Meyer. Meyer trying to recover from that off-roading moment. Michael Stanley in the Richardson Racing car into the top 10. This is the cue for fourth. Down the inside. Francorchamps, car number 16, gets ahead of the bright yellow car of Dick Skelton. So that is a change for 8th position. And ahead of this little pack now is 777, Sam de Jong. It's his experience that's really counting here in these slippery conditions. He's raced everything. To the race, but does that mean then that we may potentially have a safety car? We do have a safety car. Safety car has run away, and Robert de Haan just bringing the pace of the pack down a little bit. Now that will help to bunch them up behind him, but it also gives him room maybe here to drop the hammer and not run into the back of the safety car as he gets ready to restart. Just under 18 minutes on the clock, so a lot of racing still to be done here. And Robert de Haan will lead this all the way to the bus stop. Here we go. We're back underway. Robert de Haan, Lucas Groeneveld with the black and orange, and then Francorchamps, red and silver in third place. Fourth place is Keegan Masters ahead of Sam de Jong and a teenage Francorchamps. They come racing across the start-finish line. Now back to green flag. Who is going to make a move at the restart? Well, yesterday's winner looking to Francorchamps, but he ran out a little wide over the curves. That will cost him a little bit of traction, but Keegan Masters and Sam de Jong not close enough to challenge him yet. De Jong in the bright red out racing car, just trying to break away from those behind and challenge Keegan Masters. They all go illegally over the top of Radion. Can't go with all four wheels off on the inside, so they will all have ranked up a little warning. Robert de Haan climbing the hill. Fastest race lap on lap 2 for Robert de Haan. Took the lead right at the start, but Lucas Groeneveld is with him. Now, depending on how they set their tyre pressures before the start, we will see how this progresses. Slippery conditions here at Francorchamps. You have to have your wits about you. The racing line is starting to dry a little. That means that the tyres are going to start to overheat. So the more you can go offline, the better, but that also doesn't necessarily help you. Race leader Robert de Haan pulling away, followed by the battle for second, Lucas Groeneveld. Again, Francorchamps, yesterday's winner, trying to go outside at Porsche. Groeneveld on the inside with the black and orange, having none of that, making him go the long way round. And just behind, Keegan Masters under real pressure from Sam de Jong. De Jong looking to go inside into Piff Paff, goes outside, around the outside. That can't work really, can it? Behind him another black and orange car, more orange on the car, Francorchamps. He's looking to go around the outside. That will be the pass for 5th place. If he can pull it off, he does. He's going around the outside, he's on the curbs. And now again, wet curbs, but with wet weather tyres, he just about survives there. Goes around the outside of Sam de Jong. So a change there for 5th place. I will leave you. The white and blue is right in there. The Israeli driver had such a torrid day yesterday in Corona Cup Deutschland, and especially in the Benelux series. Did not get to corner 2, did not get to Eau Rouge in the first lap of the race. He was nerved out, ironically enough, by the car right behind him, which is Dick Skelton. He's gone, Robert de Haan. 1.7 seconds, he's opened up on Luke Groeneveld in that lap. Now, Groeneveld was under attack from Francorchamps. Parijs is not close enough this time. Look how close he's getting to the wall there. Robert de Haan really veering off the corner at La Source. And has given him just a little bit more ground as well. enduring battle. Red car suddenly on ahead of Ariel Levy. And they're running out, either cutting the corner at Radion or running out very wide if they are pulling at Radion. Stewards will understand that it is a very slippery track. Lucas Groeneveld, guest driver, not scoring points here this weekend. So effectively, Glenn van Rice looking at second place. Racing drivers are racing drivers. If there's a car in front, you want to get by. Robert De Haan, the race leader. No arguing with that one, was there? Definitely way outside the track limits, way on the inside of the white line. So one flag for 36 as well for track limits, and that is our AM leader, Ralph Poplar's, the winner yesterday after a penalty for the man who was first to the checkered flag, Philip Vils. Vils is in second place in the AM class, but he's half a dozen cars back in the queue, so he's not going to get there. Battle for second place, big lock-up from Groeneveld. This is what's going to start to happen now as the racing line becomes dry. Drifting there as the second part of Pit Puff. As the racing line becomes dry, it's starting to chew up the wet weather tyres. Wet weather tyres look like your road car tyres. Big grooves in the tread to clear the water, but that means that there is less rubber on the road than a slick. It is also a much softer compound than a slick tyre, so not only do you start to overheat the tyre by leaning on the tread blocks and moving them around as Van Parijs tries to go outside. Didn't have enough grip. It's probably not still flat there and not on chewed up wets either. He moves up into second ahead of Lucas Groeneveld. He's now nearly 3 seconds behind Robert De Haan. Having to scramble his way through there is not going to help much. 2.6 seconds back. The leader is already turning into the hairpin at La Source. He goes all four wheels inside the white line at La Source, which means he's probably almost clipping the passenger door mirror on the wall on the inside. Van Parijs and Groeneveld heading down the hill. Lucas Groeneveld looking to come back, but he's already had a couple of warnings from his tyres that the grip may not be there. It is damper here on this new tarmac. Not that damp. They're going to start to hunt for the wet patches on the straight. Climb the Kemmel Straight. This is the ideal place to clean the tyres, but Groeneveld is in the slipstream. Van Parijs stuck to the white line on the inside. If you want to go round, you've got to go the long way round. Groeneveld is taking up the challenge, can't hold it on the track. Goes a long way off and slows down to come back on. He's trying to let Van Parijs through, but he gains so much by not bothering or not managing to slow down enough there at the com. Van Parijs' little flash of the headlights, thank you, buddy. Back through, as you were, and they will start again. So Groeneveld on the outside line, in the dry, great move, in the wet, untimed wet, not enough grip there at all. Actually came on not too far behind our race leader, Robert De Haan. So Rob De Haan leading, then Van Parijs remains in second. Lucas Groeneveld, ahead of Keegan Masters. Masters will score points for third place here, but again, with the car in front of him, you an idea of just how quick these cars are going. If you compare them to the World Endurance Championship hypercars, they will seem very pedestrian. If you're in the passenger seat, they will not feel remotely pedestrian at all. These Carrera Cup cars absolutely flying. Here's the battle for second place again. 3.5 seconds behind race leader Robert De Haan. And on the outside, Keegan Masters runs out of grip. Have to give that back to Lucas Groeneveld. He does. Wants to make sure that Francorchamps in the second car with more orange on it, the 16, does not get back past him. Francorchamps looks like he's got a little bit more pace late in the race. Inside the final 6 minutes plus